I invite you all to pray with me now. Gracious and loving God, we pause now to give you thanks for your faithful provision and guidance that has delivered each of us to this moment. You have been good to us, and we give you the glory for each of these students, soon to be graduates, who have worked and worried, studied and struggled, tested and triumphed over the weeks, months, and years that preceded this day. We ask now that you would continue to bless and multiply their efforts as they leave this place and enter more fully into your world and your work. We ask that you would make them all an Advent people, that you would give them a stubborn hope, a contagious peace, a relentless love, and an abiding joy, so that all who meet them and know them are served by them, loved by them, would be better for knowing them. We know apart from you we can do nothing, so give us eyes to see the need around us, hearts to empathize, and hands to respond to your invitation to be a part of the good, necessary work of bringing redemption and justice and salvation to all. It is in your holy Son's name, Jesus Christ, that we offer this prayer. Amen.
We invite you to remain standing and follow along in the program as we sing together the great celebration hymn, Joy to the World, reminding us of Christ's birth and reminding us of the joy of this time. Please be seated as we welcome our president, Dr. Andrew Westmoreland.
Good morning and welcome to December commencement of the 177th anniversary session of Samford University. Especially, we welcome our soon-to-be graduates today. And today you join a tradition that extends to December 29, 1841, when the state of Alabama granted a charter to establish Howard College in the city of Marion, and forward to this moment and then to generations to come. As we celebrate the success of these students, we also remember those who prepared the way and we give thanks for our inheritance of learning and faith. This institution had a tradition of excellence when we arrived, so we can claim no undue credit. Indeed, we sit in the shade of trees that we did not plant. But for these traditions to continue, we must do some tree planting ourselves. We honor the university's history, and we cherish the graduates seated before us as Samford's precious legacy to the world and to eternity. I extend a special welcome to the parents and spouses and immediate family members of these graduates, and to these guests on behalf of our trustees and faculty and staff and students. We thank you for your support and dedication to these graduates while they have been with us at Samford. I would also like to thank the members of our Hannah Center staff and for our facilities team for converting this building from a place where we win basketball games by accomplishing amazing slam dunks to the scene for today's commencement activities. They worked well into the evening and the early morning on Friday. And then today, after we leave, they will have to turn this back into a gym. I appreciate them very much. Would you applaud these men and women for their service? It is an honor to recognize a member of this graduating class completing a Master of Science degree in Education this morning, his second degree from Samford. As an undergraduate, he lettered for 4 years as an offensive lineman for the Samford University football team, and as a capable student was named to the Southern Conference Academic Honor Roll twice. This spring, he will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. Ryan Haskell Hughes, please stand and accept our thanks for your commitment to serve our country and the defense of freedom. For our commencement address today, I am pleased to present Dr. Timothy George, Dean of Samford University's Beeson Divinity School. Dr. George came to Samford as the founding dean of the Divinity School and is completing 30 years of service in that role. Across his career, Dean George has earned a global reputation as a significant theologian, author, and speaker. In addition to teaching church history and doctrine at Beeson, he serves as a senior editor of Christianity Today. Dean George is on the editorial advisory boards of the Harvard Theological Review, Christian History, and Books and Culture. He also serves as a fellow for the Center for Baptist Renewal and is active in Evangelical Roman Catholic Church Dialogue. He has written more than 20 books and regularly contributes to scholarly journals. His book, Theology of the Reformers, has been translated into several languages and is used as a textbook in many schools and seminaries. Dean George is an ordained Baptist minister who holds degrees from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, Harvard University, and Harvard Divinity School. He and his wife, Denise, have 2 adult children. A few weeks ago, Dean George announced his plans to retire from his current role at the end of this academic year. We are grateful that he will continue his work among us as an active professor and public theologian. So this morning, please welcome a friend of presidents and popes and of all of us, Dean Timothy George.
President Westmoreland, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished colleagues, honored guests, family and friends of our graduating students, and especially you, the graduating class of 2018. I am honored to share this special occasion with you, for this is a day of rejoicing, of thanksgiving, and of great expectations. And I want to say to each of you, congratulations. As I tell our students in the Divinity School, salvation is by grace, but graduation is by works. You have worked hard, you have labored long, you have done well, and now you are about to be graduated. I put it that way because graduation is not something you do. It is something that happens to you. Not that you are a passive participant, a victim of graduation, far from it. You have read many books, taken many exams, jumped through all kinds of hoops to get here today. It's a big deal. You deserve every accolade that comes your way. And yet, you are being graduated. You are being graduated from something, into something, and for something. What you are being graduated from, of course, is Samford University, an institution founded in the closing days of the year 1841, 177 years ago. Through the ravages of the Civil War, the rigors of Reconstruction, 2 world wars, the penury of the Great Depression, and the perplexities of postmodernism, Samford has survived and thrived as an ongoing experiment in excellence. From this day forward, Samford's DNA and yours will be conjoined. Every time you make an application for a job, Samford University will be listed there. What you're being graduated into is something larger than any one institution. It used to be called the Learned Company of Ladies and Gentlemen. Well, let us call it instead a community of discourse across time, a conversation with great minds, great books, great ideas, and great souls who have taught us not only how to think deeply and critically, but also how to act wisely and live faithfully and love with integrity, even when things go badly and the world seems to be falling apart. What about the Samford DNA? Universities often put their ideals they cherish most on their seals. Harvard's seal has just one word: veritas, truth. A few years later, that other school, Yale, thought they could improve on that. They added 2 other words: veritas et lux, truth and light. Samford's seal has neither of those words, but rather 3 other weighty Latin words that encompass both veritas and lux: Deo, doctrine, aeternitate, which we translate often for God, for learning, forever. You are being graduated for something, for God, for learning, forever. I like that story of the little 5-year-old girl sprawled out on the floor with crayons and paper. Her mother comes in and says, "What are you drawing, honey?" "God," she replies. "Nobody knows what God looks like," the mother said. "They will when I'm through," she said. You have to admire the creativity, the pluck of that child. But somewhere along the way, we have to learn that no matter how many crayons we have, no matter how many degrees we earn, there is a mystery about God that must be approached with humility and reverence. For God shows up in unexpected places. His middle name is surprise. You are graduating in December, yes, but in Christian terms, it's the season of Advent, which means that something is coming, something is on the way, someone is about to be born. This is a season that reminds us, in the words of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, that the joy of God goes through the poverty of the manger and the agony of the cross. It does not deny the anguish when it is there, but finds God in the midst of it. In fact, precisely there. It does not deny grave sin, but finds forgiveness precisely in this way. It looks death straight in the eye, but finds life precisely within it. For God, for learning. Do these 2 words belong on the same seal? Some have thought not. When the famous Puritan John Cotton was a student back in England, in Cambridge, he was worried, as he wrote in his diary, that if he became a godly man, 'twould spoil him for being a learned one. But the split between academic rigor and spiritual vitality is a false dichotomy. For Samford aims to be a Christ-centered university where faith is ever in search of understanding, where intellect and piety cohere, where serious study and earnest prayer are both offered in the service of God and humanity. Deo Doctrinae. Those were the original words on the seal of Howard College from 1841. But a few years ago, we added a third Latin word, aeternitate, forever, for eternity. It does not mean that Samford is forever. 177 years is pretty good, but hardly a blink in the light of eternity. I've been to Athens in Greece where Plato and Aristotle taught, nothing left. I've walked through the Forum in Rome, once the nerve center of a great empire, now only ruins. And yet the scriptures say that God has set eternity in our hearts. I trust you have been well prepared for your chosen career or for graduate school or civic and family responsibilities that will come your way. But above all, I hope you will cherish the values of a life fit for eternity. One more kind than clever. One more shaped by compassion than competition. A life fit for eternity, where faith outweighs fear, where hope gives confidence for every challenge and every tomorrow, and above all, where the love of God fully revealed in the face of Jesus Christ centers your life and brings you peace that surpasses all understanding. It was the German poet Goethe who said, "What you have received as a heritage, take now as task, and thus you will make it your own." On October the 22nd, 1939, C.S. Lewis spoke at the University Church of St. Mary the Virgin in Oxford. Less than 2 months earlier, Hitler had invaded Poland, and Britain was about to face the horrible onslaught of the Nazi attack known as the Battle of Britain. This is what C.S. Lewis told the assembled students that day. It may seem odd for us to carry on classes, to go about our academic routine in the midst of a great war. What is the use of beginning when there is so little chance of finishing? How can we study Latin, geography, algebra in a time like this? Aren't we just fiddling while Rome burns? This impending war, he said, has taught us some important things. Life is short. The world is fragile. All of us are vulnerable. But we are here because this is our calling. Our lives are rooted not only in time, but also in eternity. And the life of learning, humbly offered to God, is its own reward. It is one of the appointed approaches to the divine reality and the divine beauty, which we shall hereafter enjoy in heaven, and which we are called to display even now in the midst of the brokenness all around us. Graduates, this is your calling too. Amidst the brokenness all around us and sometimes even within us, we are summoned today to be faithful to God's calling. We are to be steadfast, persevering in discipleship, so as to bear witness to the beauty, the light, and the divine reality that we shall hereafter enjoy forever in heaven. We are called to do this in a culture that seems at times fragile and beset by dangers we cannot predict. You will not do this perfectly. You will fail, as all human beings do. But reach out and claim the promise of God's forgiveness. Reach out and accept the gift of a new beginning, the stewardship of starting all over again. Remember that, class of 2018. Now go out and crash in the gates of hell and vaya con Dios.
Now, excuse me, now is the moment that you've been waiting for. So will the candidates for the degrees please rise? The faculty of a university are the stewards of academic quality, and our faculty have specified the qualifications for each of the degrees being awarded here today. Mr. President, it is my honor, based upon the recommendation of the faculty, to present these students who have completed the requirements for the degrees listed in the program.
Thank you, Dr. Harden. You sound mighty certain of that, so these must really be good students. So, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, in harmony with the recommendations of the faculty, in accordance with the laws of the state of Alabama, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate degree, together with our prayers that you will use what you gained here in the service of God and of humankind wherever you may go in this needy world. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
As the faculty marshals make their way and lead the graduates to the stage, friends, let me ask that during this time of celebration, as we recognize our graduates that we're so proud of, I would just like to ask that you remain respectful to everyone so that each name can be heard clearly and that the student can receive the appropriate honor at this very special time. Thank you.
For the School of the Arts, candidate for the Bachelor of Fine Arts, Kara Leanne Folks. Tamia Perry Tamia Lewis. Terrence Isaiah Parks. For the Bachelor of Music, Samantha Rose Ezel. William K. Lewis, Jr. Joseph William Travis Mendham. For the Bachelor of Science, Catherine Bailey Shepard. For the Master of Music, Brittany Tawana Regina Dixon. Danny Dew. Marissa L. Mayfield. For the Howard College of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Kennedy Conrad Atkins. Emily Claire Barath. Hattie Marie Brees. Sabrina Lee Campbell. Mary Elizabeth Cash, magna cum laude. Emily Grace Clark, summa cum laude. Carson Darrell Barnwell Crow. TJ Dixon. Gavin Joseph Gautreau. Olivia Halverson, summa cum laude. Luke Reagan Hill. Lydia Grace Johnson, summa cum laude. Christina Danielle Moritas. Scarlett Ashton Grace Parrish. Blake James Savage. Christian Michael Shostak. Jesse Alden Hilly Vaughn, University Fellow. Peyton A. Walters, cum laude. Madison Marie Webster, cum laude and a University Fellow. Matthew T. Weldon. Abigail Zajac. For the Bachelor of Science, Ashley Morgan Epperson, magna cum laude. Edgar Hermilo Flores. Madeline Ann Frick, cum laude. Justin Gavami. Ahmad Ari Gooden. Noah Alexander Herndon. John Anthony Jimenez. Eric Paul Johansson, cum laude and a University Fellow. Itzel Paola Mendoza Contreras. Levi Hunter Mintz. Christopher David Sanders. Tristan M. Widra. For the Master of Science in Environmental Management, Jivan Coleman. Nicole Page Daly. Joseph W. Matthews, Jr. For the Brock School of Business, Bachelor of Business Administration, James Dilo Barker, Jr. Preston Allen Disney. Thomas Clark Dupree. Austin Matthew Edens. Do Jin. Turner Ray Kilpatrick. Evan David Lee. Rachel Ann Lee. Eduardo J. Larido. John Reed McMullen. Parker Max Milliken. William Carey Oliver. Zichao Pan. Matthew G. Pittarelli. James Alexander Ross. Quan Sun. Caroline Elizabeth Williams. For the Master of Accountancy, Austin David Lockridge. Mason Forrest Smith. For the Master of Business Administration, Christopher Sanat Bailey. Janine Michelle Bailey. Jonathan Michael Flannery. Seth Joseph Green. Daniel Aaron Seeley. Dina Charlene Cook Smeltzer. For the Orlean Beeson School of Education, Bachelor of Arts, Hannah Marie Kohlhauer. Emily Claire Colvin. Alexandra Brooke Cryan. Keisha Yvonne Flowers. Ronnie Lionel Gatry. Lucy Virginia Howick. Heather Elaine Hugman. Megan Riley Huseman. Megan Jolene Jenkins. Teresa Lynn McBain, summa cum laude. Anna Marie Sharp. Ashley Carlane Turner Strong. Wimberly Ford Underwood. Allie Louise Wall. Amanda May Wall. For the Bachelor of Science, Tanya Renee Smith, summa cum laude. For the Bachelor of Science in Education, Sarah Ellen Sanford. For the Master of Science in Education, Caitlin Howell Bolt. Haley J. Brown. Bethany K. Clemens. Alexandria Janine Kroom. Brittany Matson Daughtry. Crystal LaSable Fitzgerald. Kelsey Eugenia Givner. Catherine Crosby Graham. Christy Carol Grime. Margaret Celeste Grubb. Mary Taylor Gurney. Stacy Kelly Harrison. Taylor Cameron Houston. Ryan Haskell Hughes will be commissioned in spring 2019 as Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force. Douglas Marshall Johnson. Edmund Richard Lawson. Sally Hamby Martin. Bianca Lachey Moore. Ruth Ann Broom Moss. Lawrence Allen O'Neill. Nicole B. Otero. Samuel Ernest Petway. Casey Ann Rainey. Sarah Elizabeth Roman. James Kirkwood Selkirk, Jr. Rashawn Levant Smith, Jr. Brittany Janae Spencer. Catherine Juliette Stanley. Mary Elizabeth Claire Stevens. Allison Hubbard Strickland. Shelby Annette Wombles. Sharetta Parker Williams. For the educational specialist, Melissa Renee Ellis. Rebecca Lynn Franklin. Labrenica Kirk Harris. Pamela Sampleton Henson. Carmen Hogan. Scott Andrew Jackson. Latoya Rochelle Jones. Angela Rose Kimbrough. Keisha Ann Matthews. Jenny Shelton McAllister. Ashley Renee England McCullough. Marsha Corbin Mitchell. Norma K. Mullis. Cabrina Nicole Ball Nash. Matthew Daniel Osborne. Duwana Denise Robinson. Jennifer Erin West. For the Doctor of Education, Dennis Lee Brand, Sr. Tamala Lee Brand. Delisa Michelle Brooks. Andrea McMullen Childress. Shannon Darrell Davis. Rana Mustafa Al-Khatib Lobed. Ernest Paul Essig. Kimberly L. Evans Lowe. Justin Michael Hefner. Lonnie Lamons Hodge. Sharon Alicia Hunsberger. David Allen Johnson. Robert Thomas Laurie. Petra Nicole Leonard. Sandy Skipwith Moore. Christina Teree Shepherd Norman. Vicki Limbaugh Osment. Carrie Young Pate. Denise Fulton Peacock. Terrelyn Quintera Smith. Kelly Lewis Stanton. Stacy Henry Stocks. Alvin E. Temple. For the Cumberland School of Law, Master of Science, Lee Edward Brooks. Linda Susan Burns. Nancy Elizabeth Carr. Shelley Collins. Abigail Copland Keller. Chelsea Payne Dean. Lewis Edward Hatcher. Rebecca S. Hazlett. Arena Lisa Riley. David J. Tidwell. Rochelle L. Wallace. Matthew John Wiley. For the Cumberland School of Law, Juris Doctor Casey Cooper. Christian Lanier Flowers, also a candidate for the Master of Business Administration, Brock School of Business. Liz Marie Shantae Gator. William L. Giske. Michelle M. Hurd. LaTracy Ann Kenny Miller. For the Ida Moffitt School of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Ryan Allen Bechtel. Mary Elizabeth Blankenship. Abigail Grace Brady. Megan Taylor Broadbent. Anna Lane Brock. Sarah Beth Burden. Natalie Christina Sarazzoli. Grace Elizabeth Corbett. Anna Catherine Davis. Laura Kennedy Davis. Erica Brooke Drake. Ariel Nicole Finney. Caroline Elizabeth Goodson. Zoe Nicole Guess. Caitlin Ann Hall. Jessica Nicole Hartley. Taylor Faith Hasty. Meredith Dion Hurt. Taylor Nicole Holland. Jessica Christine McCluggage. Madeline LaRue Mandato. Harrison Jacob O. Caroline Elizabeth Overman. Mary Claire Patterson. Amelia Catherine Renhoff. Frances Olivia Ross. Kendall Alexandra Runyon. Lauren Grace Stevens. Mary Morgan Stipe. Marguerite Lily Thompson. Ashlyn Christina Tinsley. Rayleigh Evangeline Weatherby. For the School of Health Professions, Bachelor of Science, Carl R. Berry. Carolyn Beth Birchfield. Catherine Marie Birch. Mary Page Martin. Marika Papadopoulos. Samuel Tyler Queen. Natane Francis Smith. Emily Deanne Spradling. Diamond Tierra Stokes. For the School of Public Health, Bachelor of Science, Mary McCallum Nichols. Caroline Francis Williams. For the Master of Healthcare Administration, Angela Marie Funk. For the Master of Public Health, Carolyn Copenhaver. Daniela Fariscal. Sophie Marie Goyens. Grace Chimzagaram Okoro. Rokia Janice Westbrook. For the Master of Science, Erin Elizabeth Adcock. Lindsay Paige Baggett. Sarah Donner Bronze. Jessica Ann Burleson. Jordan Sims Cassidy. Morgan Lee Cherry. Laura Colley Gaston. Claire Nicole Gilbert. Amanda Marie Klemowski. Lauren Montanon Holder. Catherine Peters. April Lynn Punko. Corey Marnie Rowley. Leslie Michelle Spruill. Elizabeth Cole Stopp.
Graduates, congratulations on this exciting day of celebration. My name is James Graham. I'm a proud 2014 alumnus from Samford's Broad School of Business, and I currently serve as the president of the Young Alumni Board of Birmingham. It is my privilege to officially welcome you to the Samford University Alumni Association, an organization of more than 51,000 people from all 50 states and nearly 100 countries. From this moment forward, you're inducted into the prestigious Society of Samford Alumni, an esteemed group who have all earned a Samford degree. We're proud to welcome you to the ranks, and we hope that you'll continue this lifelong partnership with your alma mater through involvement in the Alumni Association. There are many benefits and resources that accompany your complimentary Alumni Association membership. You'll find a few listed in the scroll you received today. We encourage you to stay connected by attending events, giving, praying, and following us on social media. By doing so, you will find the same encouraging community that initially drew so many of us to this extraordinary place. We are proud to have you represent our university, your alma mater, to the world as a Samford University Alumni Association member. And we look forward to being an active part of your continued journey. Congratulations, fellow Samford alumni. May God bless each of you as he continues to show favor to our beloved alma mater. Thank you.
And now please stand to receive the benediction. You came to this place to be shaped for God, for learning, forever. Now as you go out from Samford University, to wherever God may lead you, May God our Father, the God of peace who brought his Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, back from the dead, equip you by his Spirit with every good thing to do his will, working in us what is pleasing before him through Jesus Christ, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen.